Hello everyone, welcome back to Here We Golf. I'm Dan.
I'm Jay, welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. This is the Fantasy DP World Tour podcast in association with Fanteam.com. Feels like Christmas. Feels like Christmas is coming, lad.
Yeah, because of all the sunshine we've had.
Nearly put my hat on today, lad.
What your Masters at?
No, my Christmas hat. But it's next week, innit? The Masters.
It is.
And we haven't got a DP World Tour event this week.
Nope.
So the next one is
the big
World
one.
Tour event is the Masters.
It's the big one. Augusta National. I'm excited for it.
So am I.
We're gonna have a little watch along, aren't we? So
hopefully we can get a bit of a live going and hopefully join in and
have a chat to us.
Watch along with us. Yeah.
Some of our fans.
Have a couple of beers, I think. Need a couple of beers going live. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We feel like.
But just while we're on the Masters and talking about Fanteam, we have teamed up again to bring decent competitions. Our biggest competition yet, this one. You head over to X at Here We Golf Pod. You'll see on our pinned tweet there's a competition there where there's some simple instructions for you to enter. And then if you're lucky enough to be pulled out, you'll get a free ticket into the Masters competition. And if you sign up through our link as well, you will get a free entry into the Masters anyway. So there's potential there for you to get a couple of tickets into the Masters contest. And we'll do a deep dive on that next week on our shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, Here We Golf Pod on X, and head over to our pinned tweet, follow the instructions there, and have a little look at the terms and conditions as well. And yeah, good luck.
Remember, when the fun stops, stop.
Indeed. Let's get into it.
So
hero in the Open, lads.
The hero. Wow, what a crazy week this was. I thought at one point every play was going to be over par, and I secretly hoped it would happen. It just showed.
I've never seen that.
Never seen it before in my life. Well, maybe actually, US Open in 2009, maybe Shinnecock Hills. I think Goosen was the only one.
That was ridiculous that week, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think that the greens were like ridiculous on the stimp meter. I can't remember the actual.
We talked about that a few weeks ago, didn't we? Talk about when Mickelson stopped his ball rolling off the green, just took the penalty because they were that fast. Yeah.
But this is the first one I've seen on the European Tour or the DP World Tour, and to be honest, it was a bit of a breath of fresh air.
It was just a different challenge, wasn't it? Something completely different, but still like dead entertaining.
And it's good for a country not known for the golf to have such difficult courses. Like,
it's a nut course, isn't it? It's something that you just don't see, like DP World Tour or PGA Tour. No. Like the layout is crazy.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just cliffs everywhere, isn't it?
Cliffs, boulders, the bunkers, like I said last week, the riveted. They're just massive.
Yeah. They've gone all out in creating a ridiculous test of golf, which is fair play to them.
Water in play as well.
Yeah. And
the greens, like, you couldn't stop it, could you really?
No.
It was very like linksy approaches into the greens in terms of being able to stop the ball. Like,
ridiculous. So Brandon Robinson-Thompson every day on the TikTok.
He's been TikToking. I've not seen him this week.
He'd go, wow, this is a test.
And he'd just go, brutal.
Yeah, this is brutal, man. And he'd just be like, I can't be arsed.
Because golf's hard enough as it is without like the mental exhaustion that must come with a test like that.
4 rounds of that, nah.
Brutal.
And props to Chinese chicken.
Eugenio
Chacarra.
Spanish
shooting
lad.
Under par. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Yeah, 4 under par looks like an absolute great score compared to anyone else.
Considering he went under par every single round, though.
No, he never. He had a 73 in the third round.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Unbelievable golf, that, though. I was very impressed with Nakajima.
10th place was his compatriot, Larathabao, on 5 over.
I know.
Top 10.
I know. Crazy. What a week. I don't think we'll see anything like that again. But yeah, Nakajima impressed me, really. He's got course knowledge of this course. But he had a nightmare first day, and he shot 6 under second day, and it was just like, wow.
Yeah, but that front 9 on the second day, when everyone was going the other direction, was just like, what is this guy on? What's he doing?
Yeah. That's something else, that.
Yeah, 66 there. Man. Like from all the leaders, there's only sort of Luiten on the first day who had a 69. A couple of other 69s further back, Jordan and Kuso. But yeah,
Kuso's playing well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just like sort of
solid,
staying around without doing anything over the top.
Yeah.
We had Eugenio Chacarra, formerly of Liv, who mentioned briefly last week, because it was his first start dipping his toes into the DP World Tour. We didn't really have enough to consider him for our teams, did we?
No, I definitely wouldn't.
But he's certainly a talented player and one to keep an eye on.
Definitely one to watch. Well, he's not on Liv anymore, is he?
No, but he's not got a DP card either, so he's
speech.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his card. But he will do if you're going to play it like that every week. Jesus Christ.
Right. So yeah, Nakajima, he won last year. Finished second last week, so it was all set up for him to give it a good go, and he did. Just couldn't quite follow that 66 up on the weekend.
No. Just Luiten though. What a pick from you. It was a great pick.
Yeah.
He's absolutely solid, wasn't he? It doesn't look that great, 1 under, but he is.
No, but 69 and 73, 74, 71 is one of the more consistent ones you've seen like across the week, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. 1 under is just top quality.
Happy with that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so if we get into our teams, just run down how we got on then. Can do yours?
Yeah, so Nakajima captain, good pick. Veerman miscut, he was just on the cusp. I thought he was just going to do it in the final closing out bit of the second round, but he just didn't do it. And that killed me chances there, to be honest. Sharma 12 over. It sounds awful, but it's really not.
No.
Marcel Seam retired after the second round. I think he just walked off. He's just, I've had enough of this, mate. See you later. Via Alawat, we talked about him last week. 8 over, tied for 17th, which is...
That's not to sniff that, yeah.
And then John Parry, who 9 over, tied for 29th. So I didn't have a bad week in all. 581 points, tournament rank 8140. And season rank now 2978. So I gained a bit of ground into the top 3,000, which I'm pretty happy about.
Still chipping away, lad.
Chipping
away. Yeah, I had a decent week as well.
Yeah, you did.
Captain Matthew Jordan, who fell off massively on Sunday.
What did he end up on?
He had a 6 over, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's finished 6 over. He shot 79 on Sunday, finishing 6 over.
Yeah.
He was in contention for a long, long way.
He was.
And that back 9 on Sunday paid to that. I had Brandon Robertson-Thompson, who after finishing play on Friday, he finished his round on Friday. He was in 80th.
Yeah.
There's no way he's making the cut here. But no one else could play to any sort of standard either. And I was just following it, and he just kept gradually, without even hitting the ball, chipping his way up the leaderboard.
Mad.
And he made the cut in about tie for 50th or something in the end. And he's finished in a tie for 17th at 8
Not
over.
bad, that is it.
Yeah, buzzing with him. Another good solid effort from him. Todd Clement started off well and faded on Sunday.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. I thought I was going to text you on Saturday and say on Friday or Thursday and say that was a good pick. That.
Well, it was. It just as I say, first 2 days were good. The second 2 days were rubbish. 79, 77.
Yeah.
And then, as you say, Luiten finished third. Nakajima second, and then I had Sam Bairstow. Was my only one who missed the cut.
Yeah.
Absolute disastrous pick.
I think he's done that twice, do you know, hasn't
he? Potentially. Well, I picked him the last 2 times when he's finished 43rd and missed the cut, after him going like 8th, 10th, 9th, 11th.
Talking about consistency. Yeah, he's consistent.
So, yeah, sorry, if anyone else was picking Sam Bairstow, I think I broke him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tournament rank of 2,931 for me. Got me up to 1,163 overall. That's back on.
He's not hacking it anymore.
Back in the right direction.
Back in the habit. You actually finished third as well this week. But he passed captain's picks again. Jesus Christ.
Let's have a look.
It's a very similar team to both of us, actually. He just seems to pick our good ones.
So top 5 for the hero then. Bankry Buddha.
Yeah.
At home advantage. potentially.
Yeah.
627. Matt, you West of the Woods back in the frame.
Oh, my word.
Not mentioned him for a while, have we?
No.
He got off to a flyer at the start of the season and got lost in the woods. 636. Myself in third, 661. Double bogey team, 663. Started showing up. Oh, yeah, bogey team. And then past captain's picks well out in front on 720.
Have you seen his team though?
I haven't. Bring it up.
It's like literally a mix of mine and yours.
Jordan, Nakajima, Seam, Luiten, Sharma, and Sadia. Sadia was the other one we mentioned last week, didn't we? And he's had a good week, finishing 5th.
Yeah, 2 overs good.
So the overall leaderboard for our mini league. Jay snuck into the top 5, lad.
I wouldn't say snuck in. I've been in the top 5 for the past 5 weeks.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you? Not having that. Have you?
You say it every week though.
I'll go back and watch it. Sure.
Every week you've snuck in. I was like, oh no. Snuck again.
Sneaking around, lad. Here we go, Jay. 10-8, 70. Mr. Penn slipping down the ranks a bit. 11,
he's Mr. Penn this week, hasn't he?
He has blazed it over.
Blazed over the bar.
Past captain's picks, 11,024 points. John Wood Premier Crew, 11,087. And I've managed to get back on top.
Right up there.
Yeah, 11,168. So a nice healthy lead as well of around 80 points there.
I don't know how you've done that.
Well, he's not had he's had Nakajima, but and Sadia.
Who?
Just looking at
I'm sure past captain's pick
John
was in front
Cruz
of you
weeks.
though, last week.
Oh well.
And he's won.
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yeah, but that's the standings.
Clap yourself there, lad.
I will. You should pat on the back as well.
Oh, Mr. Penn was in front of you last week. And that's where I was getting confused.
Yeah, blazed it over.
Blazed it right over the bar.
Right over. So
Had the Penenka.
that's 2 out of the 5 Asian swing events boxed off.
And there's only three left now.
3 to go.
Well, with this week's what happens this week? It's just a Masters. There's no like swing or anything. It's just its own little competition in itself, isn't it?
Well, there's no DP event this weekend. It's a complete break for them.
Yeah.
And then,
I wonder whether
next week for those who qualified.
Does it count as the Asian swing though? I wonder. I'll have to have a look into that.
For fantasy DP, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, those who snuck in, including Laurie Cantor, international swing, managed to just creep in. It was tight in the end. I think he finished 48th in the world overall.
In the world.
At the cut-off yesterday.
Good lad.
So congratulations, Laurie. Buzzing for him.
Yeah, I'm buzzing for him.
He's had an unbelievable last few months, hasn't he?
Yeah. Shame about the players, but it's probably a bit of nerves to going on there. I mean, it's a real... PGA Tour is a massive step up in class when you're playing like the players and the majors, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. And it's a disagreement. Go down the major route again here. But this agreement that they've got with the PGA Tour where the best top 10 qualify.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to lose the best 10 players every year to the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating, really, because it's only going to go one way, isn't it?
Yeah. But the money's there, innit?
Yeah. Well, Brandon Robertson-Thompson I read an article, he got interviewed this week because he is hoping to, obviously he's on the cusp of getting one of them. If he keeps playing the way he is, he's in contention is the word I was looking for one of them spots next year. But he's turned around and said like he wouldn't be disappointed if this was the last year that they did it. And for that reason, that the DP World Tour is just not going to... It's not going to get any stronger, is it? It's not going to thrive if they keep losing the best players over there.
No. It's a shame, really. But, again, the money's there. It is. It's every player's dream, innit?
For a player, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? But from a DP World Tour perspective...
It's like in a footy perspective, even if you're playing at one of the top Premier League sides, if Barcelona, Real Madrid come calling you go, don't you? It's always happened that way. It's the same as PGA Tour.
Yep.
It's the pinnacle, which is a shame, really. But it's just one of them things. And I think the more players come through the ranks, the better grassroots they get. the better it'll get, and it will become a feeder tour, which is fine. I can deal with that. I like watching golf on the DP World Tour anyway. So if we're still getting decent golf, there's no issues.
No, I guess not. But it'd be nice to like see more of the likes of who's gone over there recently, the likes of Ludwig.
Yeah,
who's just like shot through the DP World Tour, straight over to PGA and stuff. And nice to see them having a few more like.
It's weird the other week when
years before they make the step up.
Yeah, when Brandon didn't make it into that event, what was it, the South African event?
Yeah, because he was in Joburg the next week, wasn't it? So
why did he not make it? I can't get my head around it, because he's been winning he's won this season, so surely he's got enough like sort of rankings to get there.
Oh,
I just don't understand it.
Work, but he didn't have the. He hasn't won.
Has he not?
He's not won yet. No, he's
been. Well, he had loads of top tens. What I meant.
But he's not got.
Oh, he came second, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not got full exemption into them all. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, depending on where he is now and the way he's playing, he might do. I'm not going to pretend to know exactly how it works.
But it's too complicated, is what I'm saying, for the fan.
You look at the entry list.
It doesn't make any sense, mate.
Criteria.
E1, D1.
Absolute fucking rabbit hole.
It's a farce, isn't it? Surely it should be better for the fan to understand what players are going to be there and why, rather than.
But that brings me back to my proposed structure.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's structure.
Totally justified, isn't it?
And that way, some of these DP World Tour events could attract the PGA Tour fields.
That's it.
But I think that's the Hero wrapped up.
Yeah.
Hero Indian Open, done and dusted. Say there's no event to preview this weekend. They're having a week off, and we'll be back next week to select our teams and preview the Masters.
Come on.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. I do think they probably give the players a week off schedule to get them all ready for the Masters, because there's obviously a lot of travel involved and jet lag and stuff.
There is. It's a long way over from India, isn't it, to Augusta.
In the Asian spring in Augusta. Weird.
Yeah. But I think that's where we are. Drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you don't mind, please. Really appreciate that if you're still watching. And as we said at the start, Masters competition over on fanteam.com. Sign up to Fanteam using our link in the description below, or head over to X at Here We Golf Pod, and all the instructions for the competition on there. We'll put them down below in the description as well. Sound? We'll see you next week. We'll preview the Masters. Let's go.
Whoa!
I've been Dan.
I've been Jay. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week.
Take it easy.